Well, hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about April. We're going to talk about April 6th through the 12th. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video, and I have a guiding card for you for the month. Let's look at that right now. We have Soulful, which shows this really sweet, beautiful little owl, and that beautiful bee at the top there that is showing us the abundance that is coming from you staying in that soulful place in your heart and in your mind, paying attention to what your heart and what your mind are working towards, coming at things from a place deeper inside yourself than just your wants, your wishes, your stuff, right? So good, perfect. Staying there, centered in your heart is a very good thing. Couple of messages from my better angels for you and for all 12 signs. We are talking about how we want to maybe do some decluttering, release our attachment to stuff so that we can stay more focused on our attachment to people. And by freeing ourselves up of having to maintain our stuff, haha, we now have more time to appreciate the people around us and to really just dig into it and be happy, right? So just a thought, an idea, a concept, something to look towards and maybe lighten things up a little bit around yourself. Maybe if you're weighed down by stuff. Trust me, I know these things because I am, and I'm working on it myself. All right. The other thing to know is that we are, it's time for us to reach out across the fence. And I mean very much so, literally your neighbors. You may not have all great neighbors, and I get that. Neither do I. But at the same time, I have a couple of good ones, and I need to continue to reach out. It's about creating community. It's about being a part of a group, a posse, a bunch of people, and it is really very cool. I like the idea of just being of service in some way. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be a major commitment. You're not going to go paint their house. You're just going to be like, hey, pull in their trash can one day. Do the next right thing that's beneficial to them, that you don't even have to take a lot of credit for it or do anything fancy about it. It's just you're there, do it, whatever. It can be a nice thing, a nice gesture, or it could be a silent gesture where nobody really knows that you did that. That's always fun. It's good, and it helps to be able to do that sort of thing, right? And by doing that, it helps create some reciprocation between you two, and it builds good stuff, especially when it's not based on anything other than being neighborly, right? And that's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and the new deck, right? We were talking about the new deck. I have this beautiful pirate deck that is super cool. You can see, ta-da! It's got tentacles on it, like the Kraken, right? So let's go ahead and get you a mystery card for the week, right? That's what this is. It's all been pre-programmed for you, Taurus. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a card for you. Where'd it go? It's right there. All right. So we'll set these aside. And we're going to go ahead and set this one aside right here. Boom. We'll get to it later. All right. That's a fun thing to do. We're going to check it out later. Very cool, right? Excellent. So with these 3 cards in front of us, let's go ahead and add these beautiful cards, which is where we are, what's blocking us in our solution. Dun, dun, dun. And we're just going to go deeper on that right now with these cards here. All right. So what do we have, Taurus? What is going on here? So this week, the 6th through the 12th, we are talking about the King of Wands. This is a gentleman of like mind, easygoing, supportive, super involved in what you're into, but also supportive of you personally. I like this person. He's like a brother from another mother. He is somebody who cares about who you are, what you're bringing, what you're doing, and wants to help you get there. So he supports you in all ways. I like that. That's going to be super helpful and handy at this time. We have the Knight of Swords. And this is all about being in a situation where you're fighting for your power, right? standing up for what you want, okay? So you may have him behind you, but you also have to go out there and still stand up for what you want. Let the universe know what you want, and let your business people know what you're looking for. You may have to make a presentation this week. You may need to, you know, initiate a situation, and that will be interesting for you to be the initiator. I don't want you to be afraid about it or upset about it, but I want you to realize that if you don't say anything about what you want, you're never going to get what you want. So it's important that you do make the stand, all right? Let them know, let them hear, let them see. It will be good for you, all right? Now we have Temperance. Temperance is here showing you that there's always enough. That's the big dumb lie, is that there's never enough, okay? So let the lie die. The big lie is that there's never enough. The truth is that there's always enough. And we can go from living a life of lack, there's never enough, to a life of abundance when we reprogram our brains with there's always enough, okay? So reprogram your brain right away today and say there's always enough, and you'll be living a life of abundance in no time at all, okay? But this particular week, you're being reminded that even as you look at your situation and you're fighting for what you want and your brain is in that place of, oh my gosh, I don't know if we have what we need, da 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 da. Take a deep breath and either get super creative and figure out that, okay, I can do a certain amount of what I need to do, or I can do a band-aid version of what we need to do here, and then presto, we'll come back later with the right parts. We'll do a fake it job today. We're going to fake it today, but in the future we'll work towards the real thing, okay? Maybe that's what the fight is about, is you just go there and you say, look, I know what you want me to do, and I don't have what I need to do it. So what I'm going to do right now is a fake it version, and then we're going to make it work this week, but in the future we're going to need different things, okay? And that'll be the smart choice, all right? Now then, what's blocking you? Well, we have the Queen of Wands times 2. Oh my, we have a double whammy. 2 Queens of Wands, showing it could be more than one person. Also like-minded, down-to-earth, easygoing people, but they're also in a position where they're not in a, they can't help. They can't help you in your situation right now. They're the ones saying, look, we're just going to go ahead with the idea. We're going to have to make it work, and we'll figure out the money later, and we'll do a more professional job later. But right now, we need to just do something that'll take care of it for now, okay? This could be a plumbing problem for some of you. There could be some other thing. Prepping for a party of some sort, and it's going to be a little weird. It's going to be a little weird, but you're going to make it work. Put a big curtain up over a big mess. That we can't take care of the mess right now, but we can definitely cover it up. Queen of Wands is here. The 2 of them are, it could be 2 different people, could be one person that's just got a lot more power than we thought, all right, and that's why it's doubled down. But be aware that this is going to be an issue, all right? This person is definitely an ally, but standing in the way right now, okay? Somebody who normally stands behind you or stands beside you is going to say that they agree with the other people right now, all right? You're saying, I need the money to make this happen the right way. They're saying, make it work the way you got it. Make it work with what you have. And you're like, oh, I'm going to make it work with what I have, but it's not going to be great. They're saying, we'll deal with it, all right? And yeah, you're not in a position at this time to help others with your power. So just be aware that you can't do anything about what's going on. You're not in a position to push the thing any further or faster than you want. It's just going to be what it is, okay? So work your magic, make it happen. And I mean literally work your magic, because you have the Magician as your solution. You have to pull some crap out of your butt, okay? This is something where you're literally going to be making things out of nothing. You're going to create from absolutely nothing whatever it is you need, okay? You'll have what you need. It might be a lot of fabric and illusional. You're going to make an illusion happen, and it's going to work out. But you have to work it really hard. You're going to do some serious look-see stuff and make it happen the right way at another date. But for now, you're going to be able to make it happen, but only because you did the effort yourself. Well done. Good job. Your partner in life is supporting you in the process, so you don't have to worry about him right now. He's like, no, you do what you need to do, take care of your business, and I'll be over here when you get back, okay? So that's very nice. Your supporter is supporting you properly. There's good emotional support. This is about also, for some of you, if you don't have a partner in life, you have somebody that is your emotional support system. This could be a family member, a sister, somebody else who will be there to like talk you down in the moment when you might be having a little, there's potential for there to be a little meltdown in there somewhere, some sort of feeling like some betrayal. You may be feeling betrayed by your people here. Be aware of that. And if you need to verbally ventilate and you want to go and talk it through with somebody, find your safe person, go have a quick conversation during lunch or whatever, and just get it out of you so that you can move forward, okay? Because they're there for you, they want to help you, and they want you to be in the right space, okay? And of course, once you've made this miraculous thing out of almost nothing, toothpicks and Band-Aids and all that stuff, you're just really putting together duct tape and wood and cloth and figuring some things out. You're going to really make it happen, okay? And when that's done and it's handled, oh, look, we found the money for the real thing. We want it to look better next time. Okay, we want it to look ready to go, and we think we might need this more often. So we're going to give you the money you need, okay? And you're like, thanks. So the gift of finance comes your way. You've done every single thing. You've scraped together every toothpick and duct tape and everything you can to make it work. And now suddenly they have money at the end of the week, okay? So just realize it will work out. You will have the funding you need to take care of what you want to do, but it's taken this time and it's been a little bit of a struggle, all right? So congratulations on being magically inclined and handling your business. That is super cool. It's a good muscle to stretch once in a while, I'm not going to lie. I know it doesn't feel good that you have to. That's a drag. This is another message we're going to get for you for this week. See what they come up with. But yeah, it's a funny thing when we stretch that super creative muscle. It gets a little crazy. And we go, oh my God, what am I going to do? But then you work it out, all right? Let your feelings out. All of them, even the ones that scare you. Yep. Let your feelings out. All of them, even the ones that scare you. All right. So that's what this card is all about, is that part of your solution is releasing your feelings in a safe space outside of, with your person, whoever that is, that isn't part of where you are physically. Okay. It isn't part of your work situation here. All right, Taurus. Because I want you to feel the support and the love of your person, and to know that you can release those feelings. Keeping them bottled up is going to make you a little bit crazy. And I say that in the nicest way possible. Truthfully, it's just hard to carry around the burden of emotional, it feels like an emotional betrayal, actually. Oh, my. So this betrayal is too much to carry throughout the day. You need to talk it through with somebody, and then you can walk away. All right? I think that it'll be okay. I think that you're going to have a really nice bit of success at the end of this week, which is something that not everybody's going to get. So you should count yourself lucky there. So we're going to go. I know it's hard to feel lucky when somebody's pretty much stabbing you, but here we go. We're going to get you a pocket full of rocks so you can walk around with confidence and creativity and all those good things. And I cannot tell which stones are which, so I don't know what I'm getting. Ah! Isn't that fun? Aha! So we have the blue and the gold, the blue apatite and the gold stone again. Presto. Yeah. So yeah, you're definitely working on creating dreaming it up and creating it, for sure. I love that. Doing the physical labor to get things done, for sure. Absolutely. But you're also using healing words when you're communicating in the outside world. So even when you're fighting for what you want, you're going to use as many healing words as you can. But then you're going to get busy right here, doing all this. This is the magician right here, making things happen. Well done. But this is really going to be here, where you actually share your feelings and thoughts and ideas with somebody else who actually hears you, okay, and your feelings, all right? So good job. And clear quartz, perfect. It's an all chakra stone. This is an all chakra stone, which is going to keep you very much so clear and understood, and you're just going to really be having some clarity about who you are, what you need, and what you want. And certainly you're going to be thinking very clearly about your people as well, and who your supporters truly are. What are they doing, and how are they acting? And do you feel truly supported by them? See how clear that is? It disappears. All right. So let us get you. Oh, we're going to reveal. Haha. The Seven of Wands, right? Our mystery card is the Seven of Wands. Yes, it's a pirate themed. Lovely. And the Seven of Wands is showing me that you are, it's about standing up for your ideas, standing up for who you are, what you want. You may find that as you're trying to get people over to your side at this time, you may need to talk to them one at a time instead of in a group, because there's too many weird things that happen when you try and get people over to your side in a group. It doesn't work. They don't come around. So they have too many of their own personal concerns. But this is really beautiful, and I really like the idea that you can see the bigger vision, right? We're seeing the bigger vision of what we want and where we want to go and how we want to create life. But we also have the ability to eventually win people over. In time, you will win people over. It may not be enough for the short term. So I'm talking about how, like, this could all go down in a day or in 2 days, right? This is more than a couple of days of this sort of stuff happening and you feeling some weird stuff. But the reality will be that in the end, they will come around to you, okay? So excellent. You may do your big presentation, but you're also going to find that if you go around little by little, as you're doing this duct tape project, and share people the big vision of what you really want, share the vision, share the vision, share the vision, then you'll find that the money falls out of the sky eventually. Ta-da! Perfect. Well done. Love that for you. All right. So, of course, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but I think they'd be very helpful to you at this time. And if you do want to carry something else, that's okay too. Let me know what you got. I'm super excited by it. And let me know how they work for you. And of course, I want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You've been really wonderful. I love you guys so much. And I just want you to come back next week, because I'll have another video telling you what's coming up, so you'll be ready for what's coming next week. All right? Thank you. We'll talk to you then.